It's now almost 7:30 in the morning and there's still no sign of the sun. We've got the moon up there, he's still out, and the birds have been on this pasture here for just one day, and you can already see it's a bit difficult in the light, but they're just turning the ground to mud now, and we've got to get the polytunnel ready. We've got to get these birds in by the weekend, or at least by the end of the weekend. I've probably got ground to do me until Sunday, so got to go full steam ahead at getting the polytunnel ready for them. This is what our polytunnel looks like. Bit of a bomb site, but I've ripped out all the plants. We've got, that's actually our marquee. I need to put that up and make sure everything's fine with it, and then store it for the winter. So it's difficult to see, but we've started to put up our siding here. So this is just some chicken wire, 1/2 inch mesh, and that runs all along, keeps the bird away from pecking at the sides of the tunnel. That's going to be our feeders. They got to get cut and hung from the ceiling. I'm probably going to leave these beds in just because I don't really have time to cart them out, and I've got quite a bit of compost in stock, so I don't really need the compost, so I'll leave it in there. I'm going to turn all this bed into compost anyway, so we'll just cover it over with wood chip. I got to put in the sheet in here because I got to put a door in the back here for the birds to go out. So the quickest thing, I'm probably going to just stick this sheet of ply on right here, and then I'll cut my opening in that, cut a hole in the plastic, and I'll probably automate that, so that'll let the birds out in the morning and close it up in the evening again. So I got to get busy. I got to build roosts, nest boxes. I got to make a 2-door entrance in the door there. I got to screen all the windows and clear out this place, and then get some bedding in as well. So I'm going to be busy. Hey guys, so what am I doing? I am building a nest box system. Now I've been inspired by Jasper and his egg collection belt. So I went, and you can see here I've got myself some egg belt, and I'm going to make, because for the winter housing I want to make it as easy as possible to collect the eggs, so I'm making a double-sided nest box system, and I'm going to use mesh and under the nest mats so all the dirt can fall through, so there's no cleaning, so it reduces time for cleaning, and it's also going to be automated so I can collect the eggs from in here. So this is actually upside down at the minute while I fix it. So if you imagine this the other way around, the eggs are going to roll into the center and the belt is going to run up the center. So I'm going to get cracking with this. This is going to be the setup. Now I've built this at a 10-degree slope, so it's going to be sloping in both ways from 10 degrees. And then I'm going to have 2 of my nest mats are going to set up, and they're going to roll into our collection mat in the middle. Now I'm going for 1 level. This is going to be lifted up off the ground. Now my observations last winter was we just lifted the egg boxes in from the egg mobiles, and I just want to make it more streamlined, but also they're tiered, so there's 3 nest boxes, one on top of the other, and it means you have to come in and clean the nest boxes out because they've got solid bottoms, because they're multi-storied. I'm going with 1 layer, so it's going to be quite a deep nest box. It's going to be about 700 millimeters deep, which is typically over twice what I've normally made my nest boxes, so it's going to be interesting to see how that works. But in my observations in my nest boxes and the egg mobiles, pretty much all the hens, 70 to 80% of the hens, want to lay in the bottom nest box, so I don't think there'll be any issue with just having 1 tier, and it's quite common, so I'm going to give this a go. this is our nest box is open, and the birds will jump in here, and it's a bit difficult to make out, but there's a little gap there for the eggs to roll away. And this is all on mesh, so that's going to be so hygienic. I'm not going to have to worry about cleaning, because all the dirt, cracked eggs can fall through. It's on one level down to the ground, and the birds can access that. And then I will automate this. I'll put an actuator down here, and this can close at night, open in the morning. I've just put, this is one breaker here just to stop the birds getting up on top, and I haven't done it yet. I need to, if we go around this side here, it's the same on this side, so both sides, and again there's enough nest mat space there for 600 birds. I haven't finished this yet. I need to finish this, but so I need to put some mesh along the bottom here, and I need to put a roller on here, so this is where our eggs are going to roll into from both sides. And then my mat, I just need to put a drum on this side, a drum on the back side, and then the belt will go back underneath, and I'll be able to stand here and collect the eggs. This is the front of the polytunnel, so I'll come in my door and the birds won't be able to access this area. I'll put a door on here, and this will have mesh, so I can collect eggs without interfering the birds. Now I'm going to try and get my birds, hopefully get this finished up tonight, get this sheet material out of here. Then I'm going to try and take the birds in at night, so I'm going to go into the egg mobile, take them off the roosts and take them in here and put them on the roosts in here. Typically I would take my egg mobile up, park it outside the door and run the birds in, feed them in here and then close them inside. But I find what happens there is the birds want to get back out at night, and they would all bunch up here, so I would have to come in every evening and try and retrain them to roost. And that's a real pain, so I'm going to try this different. This is my little mascot. She's been going around with me. There's another guy somewhere too. They're just not getting fair play at the feeder. So this is my winter setup. We have mesh, weld mesh all along the sides, stop the birds pecking at the plastic, and they will have an access. Now for the first couple of days I won't let the birds outside, because until I train them to roost and get comfortable in the tunnel, but then I will put a door on here and they will get access to outside there. And our windows for ventilation, this is meshed. The doors up there will be open pretty much all the time, so there'll be good ventilation in here. And that's going to be our winter setup. Now I do need to bring in more wood chip. I need to spread out that sawdust and cover the whole thing in a layer of sawdust as well. It's the last 5 minutes of my drop off here in Letterkenny on a Saturday morning, and I always bring with me on my deliveries the latest version of the Stockman Grass Farmer. It's just such a great publication. It's an American publication, but it's all about grass management and managing stock and grass, and there's just always nuggets of gold in it that I love digging through it. And I normally get 5 minutes here and there in deliveries to dig through the latest edition. So anyone that's into grass farming, I highly recommend subscribing to that. They'll ship it worldwide. It's just a great publication of loads of people contributing to it.